I always believe in the power of words. Words can either heal you or they can also break you. That is why effective communication is very important to me. They can either heal your soul or damage you for the rest of your life. Whenever people see my wheelchair, they see my disability. But on the contrary, I see my ability. They call my struggles weakness, but I see it my strength. They call me disabled, but I call myself differently evolved. When I got hurt and break my spine, I knew in an instant that my life will change forever. My dreams were shattered. Everything that I dreamed was lost in an instant. These incidents are so strong that they break you physically, but somehow, if you look on the other side of the story, they help you develop a beautiful soul. The process of moving on was not easy. It was tough, it was painful, and it was devastating. On the first 3 months of my injury, I do not communicate with anyone, even to my family members. Before injury, we used to talk about our dreams, but after injury, this beautiful get together become arguments that sometimes lead toward fights. For not one day, for not 1 month, for 1 year I was bedridden and broken. I was full of hatred in my heart, of pain, of sadness, of agony and frustrations. To sum up, I was definitely defeated. I always look for someone I can talk to, but nobody understands. One day, my mom talked to me. She was then crying and told me, "June, my son, this is not the end of your life. This is not the June I knew. You were a tough young man before this, and you know I believe in you. I know that you're struggling right now, but I know God has reasons. You might not become a P mayor, a dream you love so much, but I believe that this is just a redirection of God's plan. Today, you experience the toughest challenge of your life, but I can't help you. It's you who needs to help yourself. This too shall pass, son." See, in that moment, words are so magical that it light up my dying soul. It sparked my desire to continue, keep going, and live a meaningful life. After that communication, I devoted myself to therapy, to healing my body, but more importantly, transforming my soul. I educated myself of my own case and maximized every second that I have. I accepted the things I can change and slowly decided to move forward. Slowly moving forward. That younger me was tough, but he was unprepared. He was just 19. Of course, the responsibility and turning point of his life was so huge that he lost his own self. But words have the power to heal. After a year in the hospital, I decided to go out and face the challenges of my life. I enrolled back to school, and on 2013, I graduated my first degree. The following year, I enrolled again on my Prof Ed to become a teacher. Then I enrolled again on my master's. And then just last year, I passed the board, defended my thesis, and graduated. God has been so good that SMU opened its arms for me as part of their workforce, and now I considered it my home. And now, I am still studying for that unfinished business when I met the accident. You know, people has this self-centered problem that expect too much ease from life, that it should be easy. We have the fantasies that it should be like this, that it should be like that. This is my plan. This should be what it should be. And if it don't happen, people has this high tendency to give up. I tell you honestly, I never dreamed to be in a wheelchair. I never wanted to be in the wheelchair. I always wanted to become an army through the PMA and become the chief of staff. I always aspire for big things. But look, I am on my wheelchair. And every day sitting alone is a struggle. It was never easy. It was tough. But I always believe I am tougher. Life was never easy. And I wanted to tell my younger self that life is not what most people dream, but a responsibility we needed to overcome. I wanted to tell him to strongly face the challenges that comes in his life, because that is where great people come from. There is no one night story of success, and I want him to understand that he's done a very good job preparing me for this moment. When you fail, you get up. Then you fail again, but you get up once more. Yes, I failed 100 of times, but God has been willing enough to give me 101 reason to get back up. And that makes me who I am today. People always wanted to be perfect. That is why they fear failures. We are in a world trying to be perfect in front of perfect people, but we are imperfect into their eyes. I tell you people, live and love yourself and do not live to please anyone. What makes a person perfect is when through his good deeds, he makes someone smile. When he can live a life that aspires to inspire. When through his acts and words, he touches a life. When upon communication, you understand how they feel. You feel their pain and respond to such in a way they love. And that is when effective and efficient communication happens. When you both understand each other and your hearts connect. So the question now is, why are we dying to become so perfect when being imperfect is just fine? Yes, I am imperfect and it is perfectly alright, because through these imperfections, I can understand the pain of others. Through these imperfections, I can connect with them, because I'm pretty sure I feel the pain, the defeats, failures, frustrations, and fear of others. People often ask me, how can you do it? How can you keep going despite the absence of your leg functions? I just smile and always answer, it was tough, honestly, but I don't want to die before my death doing nothing. I am actually surprised. Most people tend to give up when they have everything. Most people complain about their struggles, their problems, without even acting first and doing something first. Life is not a battle of luck. It is a battle of will, determination, and perseverance. Every breath we take is a blessing. Count your blessing instead of your problems. Life was never easy, and it never will be. Life is a gift that we have to cherish, and we must use it meaningfully. It's not about filling your bank account with millions. It's not about how many girls you slept with. It's not about proving that you are the best person there is. It is about touching someone's life through your words and actions. Always be thankful for what you have, because every small little things when earned makes great things. I would be lying if I say this life in a wheelchair is easy. It was tough, more than you think it is. But I have no choice but to keep going, keep pushing my push ring, keep moving forward towards a goal, because that is the way to live. So before I end this talk, I want you guys to remember to live your life fully. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you cannot love others if you do not love yourself first. There are trials along the way. Look now. COVID brought so much fear, but never give up. Live every moment of your life. It all starts from within.